So it's Sunday, March the 26th, and I'm about to leave the Iron Horse in Hot Springs. It was a great place. I stayed here for 2 nights, and Hot Springs is just a nice place for nice people. Pouring with rain outside, so probably not much videoing today. Going out of here and I'm heading straight uphill, so it's going to be a tough day for me, but I'm only going 10 miles. Okay, well that's it. I'm going 10 miles to the next shelter and trying to keep as dry as possible because I want to be in Irwin by Thursday, Friday. Who knows? Well, here we are. It's 9 a.m. and I'm just leaving Hot Springs on March the 26th. That's a Sunday. Pretty wet day, and of course we're going up there first. This is the river that runs down by the side of Hot Springs, and we're just crossing the bridge and going to turn right. And there's the white blaze. Hot Springs is a really nice place, really nice people. If you get a chance to spend some time there, I'd do it. It's good food, good people, just a nice place to be. Shame to leave, but got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. So, we're on our way to Irwin. Hopefully to get there by Thursday, Friday, whenever. Pack's really heavy. We've got 7 days worth of food. We'll see how it goes. Probably only going to do 10 today. Later. Oh, there's an interesting place in the middle of the mountains. About 11:40 in the morning on Sunday, and there's a dam with a pond dammed up behind it. I guess there must have been a cabin here at one time, or you know, in the 20s, or you know, the turn of the century, 1900, and somebody's built a dam which is still standing, and the pond's built up behind it. And I guess they had a cabin around here somewhere. That's the only thing I can surmise. Right now it's singing toads and frogs and pretty stagnant. But it's cool. Well, there we go at the back end of the pond. Daffodils. Amazing. First flowering flowers I've seen, I think. Appropriate because it's Mother's Day in the UK. And my mother, who is there, wishing me good luck. I wish you a very, very happy Mother's Day. Well, here we are again. It's 2:40 on Sunday. We've just gone over the highest climb of the day, Rich Mountain. Just gone past Rich Mountain Camp, on the top of Rich Mountain, I guess, Richmond Mountain. Coming out of Hot Springs, and now we're going down the other side, which is a welcome relief. It rained early this morning, but it's hot and humid. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. My pack is way too heavy because I've got way too much food. First day out of a town. I do that every time. I think I'm going to starve and then regret it going up the first hill. But I guess I'll be eating a lot tonight just to get rid of some of it. So we're coming down the hill. I think we're going to a place called Hurricane Gap. and then we got like a 500 or 600 foot climb, and we'll be at a shelter. And not sure what I'm going to do then. That will have been about 11 miles today, which isn't bad. But I might just fill up with water there and keep walking till, you know, dusk, and then throw my tent up, because you can put your tent up anywhere, and every extra mile counts. But it's also being near water is one of the main deals. Anyway, been tough for me today, but good. On the move. Here we are again in the middle of nowhere, basically on the Appalachian Trail in North Carolina, and a grave marker, or a memorial anyway. Very strange and pretty cool, I guess. Maybe there was a landowner here back in the day, or before the government bought all this land. Someone commented on my last video that people owned this land, and before it was all purchased by the government for the Appalachian Trail, it was their land, so they could do what they liked on it, and they were buried on it, and they were living on it. So that's just the way it is. Pretty cool to find those markers every now and again. People living up here in the hills. That was just right there on the side of the trail. Oh, here we are, it's Monday morning. A great sleep last night. Glad I did the extra mile and a half, or mile 0.7 actually. Took me up to 13.1 for the day. Trying for 14.1 today, but there's a big climb involved. So I'm not sure. Left knee a little bit stiff, but keep on trucking. It's just a nice day for hiking. It's cool at the moment, but it's meant to get up to 70. And like I say, we've got that one big climb that's looming in front of us. Just got to go down this little bit, and then we're up 2,000 plus feet again. I don't like those climbs. They take me 5 hours. So we'll see how far I get today. Birds are singing. It was a great sunrise this morning. Everything's right with the world, at least on the Appalachian Trail. Well, it's been a hell of a day. I've only done 11 miles, I think, and it's been horrendous. Hot and humid this morning, and thunderstorms from midday onwards. I'm currently looking for somewhere to pitch my tent for the night, because I'm not going to make the 300-mile mark. In other words, I'm not going to do 14 miles today. Just got nothing left. This is what I'm dealing with at the moment. It's rocks. The only good side is it's downhill. It seems that I've been going uphill for, well, let's see, I went uphill from 9 o'clock this morning till 3:15. I walked uphill. I think it was some 8 3/4 miles, and that was it. I was done. I thought I could do 14 today, but that's just not going to happen. I don't know what I'm coming up to now. But now we're coming down, the terrain's changed completely, so you can't even go fast. Exposed ridgeline trail. Bad weather trail. bouldering harder view or original AT route, easier no shame. I'm going the exposed trail route. That's the one with the white blaze, so that's the one I'm taking. Somewhere up there I'm gonna camp for the night. We'll see later. Let it be known, it's 4:30 in the afternoon and I didn't take the easy route, although I probably should have done. And now I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure where I'm going to be able to park my tent, but I'll tell you, the first flat spot I'm coming to, I'm done for the night, that's for sure. I don't care where it is, next to a road or not. I'll just eat cold because I haven't got enough water to eat hot, but I'm just out later. Well, this is an interesting route, that's for sure. Like rock climbing. Came up that way. You can't see the views, but I can. You can see for miles. And it's rock going up that way. More later. All you people that took the bad weather route. The sun just came out. Look what you're missing. Straight up rocks. In fact, I don't even know where the path is, but it's up there somewhere because there's a white blaze. So, took the bad weather route in the sunshine. Shame on you. I gotta go through there somewhere. Can't do it holding the camera. Well, if you don't cheat and you take the exposed ridgeline trail, this is what you get. I know it's windy and you all can't hear me, but and I'm way off in the distance, and I mean way in the distance, you can see the towers on top of that hill that took me all day to climb. So I guess somewhere along the line it's got to be worth it. What a day so far. Nowhere to pitch a tent yet, and now I'm only 2.9 miles from the shelter I was going to in the first place, so I might as well just keep plodding. If I get there right on dark, I can still pitch my tent, eat cold and go to sleep. I'm still not quite at the summit here, so I might take you with me. This is the top. Wow, take a look at that. Just take a look at that. Unbelievable. Complete 360. Worth it. Sometimes you just wonder if you made the right decision. Still rock climbing, aye. And this is proper rock climbing too. And I'm still tired. It's 5:30 in the afternoon. This has got to end soon, one way or the other. The views were great, but now I'm done. I want to get to the shelter. Well, here we are. It's Tuesday the 28th and 9 AM. It rained all night, and I mean probably 10 hours straight. My gear worked great. My Big Agnes tent was fantastic. That's where I slept, right there. Completely dry spot. It's not actually raining now, but it's so misty it might just as well be. The good thing is it's not cold. 9 AM, I'm about to start walking. The next shelter's 15 miles. After yesterday's 15 miles, which was strenuous for me, I don't think I'm going to make it, so I'm working on the 9 to 5 rota. I'm going to wait until 5 o'clock and hopefully the sun will be out or something, because my tent is soaked and I need to get it up and get it dry. So basically today it's however far I get. And I really don't mind that. That's the trail down there. Once again, I'm the last to leave camp, but only by about 10 minutes. I don't even looked at the map yet to see what's in store, but hopefully it's not like yesterday. Anyway, folks, I don't know how much videoing I'm going to do today, but feeling good. And good night's sleep does wonders. Later. Well, I've seen pictures of this place and it's absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, not today. So I'm not going to be doing much videoing, I don't think. This is coming up to Big Butt. But visibility 50 feet, maybe 100 feet. Intermittent fog coming across here. I think today's just a walking day, not a videoing day. Onward. Here we are, Big Butt mountain summit. Too windy up there just behind me to film, but pouring with rain. Another wonderful day on the Appalachian Trail. The summit's right there behind me. This is fun, they said. Let's walk the trail, they said. Yeah. Onwards and downwards now. Oh, what a wonderful day. Half price. Cold, wet, pissed off. Back to the studio. Well, here I am. It's 12:30 at Flint Mountain Shelter. It's 8.8 miles to Hogback, or whatever it's called, shelter. And I think I'm going to give it a go. That'll be 15 for the day, but who knows. It's still raining, and the only upside is that it's not cold. A little bit of, about 3 miles of downhill now, and then it's uphill for a bit, but we'll see. Cool shelter here though, but not staying. Built by volunteers apparently in October 1988. Of course, people feel the need to scroll all over it, which really annoys me. But anyway, we're going downhill. I've got my fellow hiker here with me and videographer, who you can actually go to his YouTube channel, which is
Kenji Takes a Hike.
And you can see what real video editing is like, as opposed to mine, which is just a load of cuts put together. So it's 2:30 in the afternoon. It's finally stopped raining. I'm soaking wet, as just about everything else is too, of course. Pack is soaking wet. Chest pack is soaking wet. I'm soaking wet. But I do have a chance to redeem, because I'm going up there. I've got 4.4 miles of climbing to do. And I think it's going to start raining again according to the weather forecast, but at least now it's not. So it's 4.4 miles of climbing up to 4,500 feet. And then it's 1.5 miles to the shelter. So in total it's 5.5 miles to the shelter from here. And I've got to get there in time to put up my soaking wet tent and get in it before dark. So, I guess I better get on with it, eh? Still climbing. More graves in the middle of nowhere. Seems to be daffodils on this one though. Nothing to read, unfortunately, but they look fairly old. Well, onwards and definitely upwards. Oh well, climbed about 600 feet, I suppose, so far. No, maybe 500 feet, sorry. I think we can definitely say that this water source isn't going to dry up for a while. Very pretty. And plenty of water. A lot of the water sources marked on the map are dry. This one isn't. So I'm just going to fill my water bottles and keep going. Well, I guess if you wait long enough, you do get a view. It's 4:30, started in the pouring rain. I'm just about to climb the last peak of the day, and this is the gap in between the two peaks. So, feast your eyes on that, folks. Here we are, 15.2 miles in 9 hours and 15 minutes for me, which is passable. And look at it. It's like Piccadilly Circus here. Times Square or something. Yeah, come to the Appalachian Trail, you'll be fine. You'll be all by yourself and you won't meet anybody. Except these 300 other reprobates. But they're all good people and I know most of them. And some of them I haven't seen for a while, so either they're slow or I'm speeding up. But looks like a nice shelter, and going to get the tent up so it dries out. Well, it's 9:47 and that's a late start for me. But it's a beautiful morning. I wanted to dry some of my tent out, but I could a little bit anyway. And I've still got 27 miles to Irwin. Not sure whether to do it in 2 or 3. We'll see. It's just such a nice day and I feel a bit lazy today. I don't know why. Well, every now and again the Appalachian Trail collides with civilization. I guess that's the Tennessee border over there. We keep crossing backwards and forwards. And welcome to Madison County. Anyway, got to find a way over this freeway. And we're going up there, funnily enough. Great day though. What a difference from yesterday. Pouring with rain. And today, not a cloud in the sky. I'm very lucky to be doing this. So here I am at the top of some no-name mountain, 4,200 feet. And quite uniquely, right in front of us, you can see Big Bald. I'm going to try and zoom in. That is Big Bald. And that's where I'm going. So it's a hell of a view, but also a long way. But quite good to see that. Sorry about the shaky video. Okay. it's 3:30 and the boulder's getting closer, but it's still way up there. Allegedly now only 1.5 miles away. I'm pooped. Can't get the body to do anything today. 1.5 miles and 500 foot in elevation, and I should be stood up there. We shall see. Here we are, it's 20 past 4 in the afternoon, and I'm just about to break out another 100 feet up onto Big Bald. I'll take some pictures up there and some video, but probably no commentary because I'm sure it's going to be windy. Now, this is what 7 hours of climbing gets you. Apart from pooped, I've only done 8.5 miles today, and I'm only going to do 10. I'll tell you, I'm going to put my tent up just the other side of this bald because I need to eat and I need to rest. Every step today has been uphill, and hopefully you'll see some views that are worth it. I'm atop Big Bald. It is a pretty spectacular view. I'm thinking that might be Irwin down there, which is where I'm going. It's some 16 miles away. That's where I'm going to spend the weekend, and that there is the trail. I've got a couple of miles to go, and I'm going to find somewhere to pitch my tent for this night. Now it's over with. That was a hell of a climb. That's every 2 or 3 days. There's a day where your body just doesn't want to work. And unfortunately, mine was today. So, by the time I've reached the tent site, I'm only going to have been doing 10. I wanted to do 13 to get closer, but I just need to stop and eat and rest. So, hey, if you're going to do this, you've got to go with the flow. It's worth the view. So here I am at Bald Mountain Shelter at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's not a soul here, which is kind of weird. I guess they're all pushing on because Friday is meant to be a horrendous day for weather. And quite frankly, I haven't got the legs to go any further, so I've got the whole place to myself. It's a nice shelter, no wind, double-decker shelter. I might just sleep in there. I am going to hang my tent up from the bear cables right here to dry it out. But yeah, wasn't expecting that at all. Thought this place would be packed after I guess everybody's dying to get into town. But here we are, Bald Mountain Shelter, double-decker, and gonna stay here the night. So I don't know what possessed me, but after I got to Big Bald Shelter and there was no one there, I hung my tent up to dry it out, and then something told me to keep walking. So I'm still on the trail. It's 8:20. It's not 8:20 at all. It's 6:20, and I'm going to try and punch another 3 miles. That'll be 14 for the day, or 13.8 for the day, and it'll get me a little closer to town. Unfortunately, of course, it's uphill to this peak, and then it's all downhill. That's the reason I thought I'd give it a go. Once I get to the top of this peak, it's 3 miles straight down, and I ought to be able to do that in an hour and still get my tent up. So that's the plan, and I just thought I'd let you know. Well, here we are again on the trail. Believe it or not, it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I've already started walking. It's amazing what will happen when you know that there's bed and a decent meal to be had 13 miles from here. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I pushed really hard last night. Did an extra 3.5 miles after the shelter I said I was going to stop at. Just went for it. Did 3.5 miles in an hour and 25 minutes and got there to a campsite just in time to put up my tent and eat a cold meal and go to sleep. If you can see, no you can't. The sun is trying to come through the clouds there, so I don't know what sort of day it's going to be, but 13.5 miles to Irwin, Tennessee. We'll see what happens. Another day on the Appalachian Trail. This will wake you up at 8:45 in the morning. That's down. And this is up. High rocks. Yeah, you're right, it is high rocks. And we want to get to the top. It looks like we've walked into the clouds now, so I'm getting cold and I want to get back down to where the sun looked like it was going to come out. So we'll see what the view's like from up there. There we go, it's before 9 o'clock and the first climb of the day completed. High rocks is done. We are now on our way down for a little while, so that'll be good. Onwards towards that beautiful meal. Is it true that hikers are obsessed with food after a while? I think so. Oh well, let's keep going. So here we are, 9:22 in the morning. Got a bit of a climb, but nothing major, I hope. And it's 11 miles. 11 miles left to Erwin, Tennessee, basically. So we'll see how it goes. Should be able to do it as long as the weather stays good and I stay good. We're going up there, which is very green. It's starting to get very humid. Now we've dropped down 1,000 feet or so. So on to Irwin. Maybe more filming later. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2:20, about 2 miles to go, but that's the first look at the Nolichucky River that goes through Irwin, Tennessee. It's the first I've seen of it anyway. Nolichucky. I hope I'm not making it really bad. Anyway, there's the river. Got to get down to there and then find a way into town. So we made it, and it's only 2:30.